Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about Nio. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investment journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about Nio Stock. Why is Nio Stock crashing? And should you buy the dip on Nio Stock? But before I start the video, guys, I just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It is just my personal opinion and for educational purposes only. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So taking a look at Nio, down about 9.10% today. Looking at the 1 week chart, down about 10.98%. And looking at the 1 month chart, it's down 14.13%. What's been going on with Nio Stock? Why has Nio Stock been crashing the last month? What's kind of been going on? Is Nio doing something wrong? Is it their earnings? Is it their sales? Well, we're going to dive in a little bit deeper, and I'm going to tell you guys why Nio Stock is crashing and should you take the advantage and actually buy the dip of the stock. So within the recent week, we've definitely seen that there is a lot of, Chinese regulations that are starting to stricken up on Chinese stocks. Obviously, you guys know Nio is an EV company based out of China, so it is heavily affected by this. People are generally scared. We see big Chinese stocks like Alibaba, all the education Chinese stocks have just absolutely tanked. Tencent, Nio, XPeng, Li Auto. All these big time Chinese stocks have just been crashing. A lot of people are just kind of getting scared. Like I said, Chinese regulations have basically been a lot more strict recently. A lot of people are scared of delisting issues that could possibly be related to Nio. Do I think Nio is going to get delisted? Absolutely not. I don't think Nio is going to get delisted. I think right now this is just kind of an oversell of kind of the little bit of news that we've been seeing with Chinese the Chinese government just being a little bit more strict on the Chinese stocks and stuff like that. This just sent Nio down in a downward spiral. As you guys can see, down 10% in a single day. I don't think this is going to be an everlasting effect. I don't think, Nio has done anything wrong to actually have to go through this huge sell-off here. Like I said, we see with the 1 week chart down about $4.77. And we see here that Nio was doing really well, up about $46. And we even see here that Nio, for a little bit back on their earnings, on their deliveries, we saw Nio get all the way back up to $55 a share. That was the highest I had seen it in a very long time. But obviously, with the Chinese kind of strictening up a little bit, Chinese regulations, and people, like I said, getting scared that Chinese stocks may possibly get delisted. I just want everybody to know that all the articles you see, you can't always believe everything that you read. A lot of these are short sellers. A lot of people, may be shorting the stock when they actually publish these articles. So just, I just want everybody to know that don't always take what everybody says. Just take it with a grain of salt. I don't think Chinese stocks are going to get delisted. I don't think Nio is going to get delisted. And I absolutely do think people should buy the dip on Nio Stock. I went ahead and actually bought 100 more shares this morning on Nio. The reason that is because I know that Nio is going to be a long-term profitable company. I think Nio does offer a lot in the long term. If we've dissected what Nio has accomplished in just 2 single years alone, we look at the 1 year chart, it's up 226%. All the way here, we can definitely see that Nio had hit a high of about $66. It's kind of been on a downward trend ever since, but I am confident that Nio is going to be just fine. Looking at the 3 month chart, down about 8.67%. Like I said, we see an all-time high here on June 30, which was just a little less than a month ago, where Nio was doing very, very well. But if we take a look at Nio and what they've been doing, anybody could tell you that right now is a very good opportunity to buy the dip on the stock. We see Nio's expanding into Europe. We see them expanding their vehicle line. They're hitting back to back to back record deliveries every single month. And I know we're about to get the deliveries at the end of this month, which I know that Nio is most likely going to do very, very well on. Yes, Nio was affected a little bit of the chip shortage, but they were still able to beat their delivery estimates even while going through a chip shortage as well. We see Nio's dropping the ET7 sedan. They're expanding into Norway with plans of also expanding into the United States. They have their battery as a service, which really does differentiate them from the competition. Battery as a service, meaning that, with Nio, you can stop by any battery swap station, swap out an empty battery with a fully charged battery with just a matter of 3 minutes, and they continue on their way. No other EV company does this, and I think it really does differentiate Nio from its overall competition. It has a lot of backing by the Chinese government, and this thing also does have an analyst rating of about $70 as an analyst price target over the next 12 months, even with a recent analyst upgrade from Citibank all the way up to $72. So you can say nonetheless that people are very, very bullish on Nio stock. They see the long-term growth, and people have said this time and time again, Nio is going to be the EV leader of China. Now, I am not saying that XPeng and Li Auto are not also going to do very well. I also am bullish on those two companies as well. But when we take a look at it, people are super bullish on Nio. People do think that Nio is going to be the Chinese EV leader. And I also agree with that. I think that Nio is definitely going to be the top representative of the EV kind of game in China. And also pretty soon when they start expanding to the United States, this could actually be able to rival Tesla. You know, Nio has done everything right. It's led by good management. It's kept the company clean. The brand name is very, very good. They're experienced in technology and using advanced technology on all their vehicles. They're working on a self-autonomous driving technology as well and want to roll that into a whole different business as well. So we definitely see when it comes to Nio Stock, and it comes to Nio as an overall company, I honestly do think that Nio is undervalued at these prices. I don't think that Nio is only worth $39. I honestly think Nio should be trading around $60 to $70 a share. Now, there are people out there who are going to argue that, yes, Nio is not profitable as a company just yet, but with these recent earnings coming up on August 10th and earnings coming up in here by the near future, I honestly do think that Nio will hit profitability by early 2022. And my overall analyst price target, my personal price target, just an opinionated one, by the end of this year, I think that Nio is going to be basically trading around $70. We could definitely see that Nio's just had a lot of downward pressure lately. Sometimes bad news just tends to circulate and it tends to keep pushing the stock down and down. But if we take a look at it, Nio continues to grow. Nio's expanding. They're dropping vehicles. They're beating record deliveries. Their expansion plans are into place. They're dropping a whole new vehicle line. They're working on the self-autonomous driving technology, the self-driving chip. And if we take a look at it altogether on paper, there's no reason why people should not be invested into Nio Stock. Like I said, this company is so close to profitability, and I'm almost convinced that this company is going to hit profitability by the next earnings, which comes up on August 10th. And I'm not going to be surprised if at the end of July, we definitely see Nio beat their earnings once again. This has been a reoccurring thing for Nio. Like I said, they've had over 100% increase in vehicle sales over the last year. Nio is growing very, very quickly. Nio is growing very fast, and I don't think that Nio should be sitting at these prices. But I do think that people should take the opportunity and buy the dip on the stock. We saw this happen last time where Nio got all the way down to $31. Maybe people did not capitalize, but right now is a good chance for you guys to capitalize on Nio Stock. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know what you think of Nio Stock crashing. Do you think Nio is going to make a recovery? If you guys own Nio Stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.